There are places in our world that exist just outside the rush of modern time. Hidden corners where the present and the past seem to blend, and the air itself feels thick with memory. Belarus is one such place. Tucked between larger, more traveled neighbors, it remains a mystery to many, quietly holding on to its unique identity. It's a country that whispers its stories to those willing to listen, a land where history is etched into the streets and faces. Every cobblestone, every weathered building seems to have a tale to tell. For many, Belarus conjures images of a distant, enigmatic past, a remnant of the Soviet Union. And in many ways, that's true. The echoes of that era linger in the architecture and the monuments that stand as silent witnesses to history. My journey began with curiosity, seeking to understand this often overlooked heart of Eastern Europe. I arrived with questions, eager to see what lay beyond the headlines and stereotypes. What I found was a country of understated beauty and remarkable resilience. The landscapes are lush and inviting, and the people, though reserved at first, reveal warmth and pride in their homeland. The cities are clean, the parks immaculate, and life moves with a gentle, meditative rhythm. There's a sense of calm here, a slower pace that invites you to pause and take it all in. Here, the past is a constant companion, woven into daily life. Modernity and tradition exist side by side, creating a tapestry that is both complex and captivating. Belarus hasn't been repackaged for mass tourism. Its authenticity is its allure. The markets, the quiet streets, the unpolished charm, they all speak to a place that remains true to itself. From Minsk's monumental architecture to ancient forests that have stood for centuries, Belarus offers a window into a world both fading and enduring, where nature and history are deeply intertwined. As we explore, I invite you to leave preconceptions behind and discover a land that holds its history close, waiting to share its secrets with those who are open to wonder. Prepare to be surprised, touched, and to see a side of Europe few have known, a place where every whisper of the wind carries a story, and every encounter leaves a lasting impression. Arriving in Minsk is like stepping into a living monument of the Soviet era. The city greets you with a sense of grandeur and nostalgia, as if time itself has paused to preserve a vision of the past. Every corner seems to echo with stories of ambition, struggle, and transformation. Independence Avenue, with its grand neoclassical buildings, is a testament to collective ambition and resilience. The avenue stretches endlessly, lined with facades that speak of unity and the dreams of generations who once walked these streets with hope for a brighter future. The KGB headquarters and the gum department store stand as powerful reminders of a more severe time. Yet life here is unhurried and genuine. These imposing structures, once symbols of authority and control, now coexist with the gentle rhythms of daily life. The city center is a symphony in stone, designed to convey order and strength. Its broad boulevards and monumental buildings create a sense of scale that is both impressive and humbling, inviting you to reflect on the ideals that shape this place. What's striking is the sheer space: broad squares, expansive parks, and vast avenues. These open areas, once meant for parades and public gatherings, now offer room for relaxation, play, and connection among the city's residents. Today, these spaces are filled with families, friends, and laughter, softening the city's imposing history. The echoes of the past are gently overlaid with the sounds of children playing and the warmth of community life. Minsk's grand structures now serve as a backdrop to everyday moments. Children playing, cafes buzzing, people living. The city's architecture, once designed to impress and intimidate, now frames scenes of joy and togetherness. The city has adapted, blending its rigid past with vibrant modern life. Young people gather in trendy cafes, and modern shops fill the ground floors of old Soviet buildings, creating a unique blend of eras and energies. It's a living monument, not just to a bygone dream, but to the enduring ability of people to fill grandeur with humanity. The city's vast spaces are animated by the daily rituals and simple pleasures of its people. Here, history is not just remembered, it's lived. Locals interact with monuments as part of their daily routines, and the past is woven seamlessly into the present. Minsk invites you to witness how the monumental and the intimate coexist. Every stroll reveals new layers of meaning as the city's history and its people's stories intertwine. This is a city where the echoes of the past meet the pulse of the present, creating a place that is both a tribute to history and a celebration of life as it is lived today. Beyond Minsk, cities like Brest and Vitebsk echo the Soviet architectural theme, though on a more modest scale. Wide, orderly avenues lined with khrushchevkas, simple, functional apartments, tell stories of progress and personal space. These quiet streets are marked by a profound silence, not of emptiness, but of contentment. Life unfolds slowly. People stroll to markets, sit on benches, and greet neighbors. Faded murals, old Lada cars, and statues of Lenin are woven into the landscape, reminders of a shared past. These relics are no longer political statements, but part of the scenery, like old family photographs. What seems like uniformity reveals a landscape rich with social history. Each block and avenue tells a story of ideals and realities from the Soviet century. Here, history is not confined to museums, it's lived and breathed every day. The quiet majesty of these streets lies in their unspoken testimony to a chapter that shaped millions. Belarus's urban landscapes invite you to look beyond the surface and discover their hidden stories. To truly understand Belarus, you must immerse yourself in its food and traditions, which are deeply rooted in the land and passed down through generations. The flavors, the rituals, and the sense of community all tell the story of this resilient nation. For many Belarusian families, the dacha, a humble country house with a flourishing garden, is both a cherished retreat and a vital source of fresh produce. It's a place where city dwellers escape to reconnect with nature and each other, especially during the warm months. Visiting a dacha is like stepping into a world of hard work and simple pleasures, where gardens overflow with potatoes, cucumbers, and berries. The act of tending the soil and harvesting together brings families closer, creating memories that last a lifetime. The potato reigns supreme in Belarusian cuisine, especially in the beloved draniki, golden, crispy potato pancakes served with a dollop of sour cream and a sprinkle of fresh dill. This humble dish is a symbol of comfort and tradition. Eating freshly made draniki in a dacha garden, surrounded by family and friends, connects you to the very soul of the country. It's a moment of joy, laughter, and togetherness under the open sky. Local markets are vibrant hubs of daily life, where babushkas sell homegrown produce, jars of golden honey, and tangy pickles. The air is filled with lively chatter, and every stall adds to a colorful tapestry of community spirit. These bustling markets are more than just places of commerce. They're the heartbeat of society, where neighbors meet, stories are exchanged, and traditions are kept alive. Despite decades of Soviet influence, the core food traditions of Belarus remain resilient, lovingly preserved in family kitchens. Recipes are handed down, and every meal is a link to the past. Dishes like borscht and kolodnik are beloved staples, enjoyed by all generations. Hospitality is paramount, and guests are always welcomed with warmth and generosity. To be invited for dinner in Belarus is to be welcomed as family, no matter where you come from. The table is always set with care, and every guest is treated with heartfelt kindness. Through shared meals and simple moments, you glimpse the warmth, resilience, and enduring spirit of the Belarusian people. Here, food is more than sustenance. It's a celebration of heritage, togetherness, and the unbreakable bonds that tie families and communities together. Leaving the cities, the Belarusian countryside reveals an ancient, wild soul. Vast forests like the UNESCO-listed Białowieża have remained untouched for centuries. Walking beneath ancient oaks, you breathe air scented with pine and earth, a world where nature reigns. The forest is alive with silence, broken only by birdsong and the wind. Here, European bison roam, a symbol of Belarus's commitment to preserving its natural heritage. These forests sheltered partisans during World War II, adding layers of history to the landscape. The trees are silent witnesses to stories of courage and survival. Exploring these wild places connects you to both nature and the resilient Belarusian spirit. Long before Minsk's avenues, this green heart was beating, and it still beats strong today. The forests are not just natural wonders, but living links to the past. In their quiet majesty, they embody the enduring strength of the land and its people. In Belarus, the past is a living presence, especially the memory of the Great Patriotic War. Every family has stories of loss and survival, passed down through generations. Listening to elders recount their experiences is a gift. Personal accounts of hardship, bravery, and resilience. These stories are foundational, shaping family and national identity. Memorials like Cotton, built on the site of a massacred village, enshrine these memories in the landscape. The Cotton Memorial's somber sculptures and tolling bells confront visitors with the scale of suffering endured. This shared memory unites the nation, transcending politics and daily concerns. Victory Day is a deeply emotional event, honoring sacrifice and celebrating peace. Understanding this connection to the past is key to understanding the Belarusian soul. It's a history that has forged a character of strength, endurance, and gratitude for peace. In Belarus, silences are as powerful as the stories told. There's a national reserve, a quiet introspection, especially about the more painful Soviet chapters. Topics like Stalin's purges and political repression exist in a space of unspoken understanding. For many, the Soviet era was both hardship and opportunity, making the past complex and nuanced. This silence is one of respect for that complexity, not denial. The landscape reflects these echoes: abandoned factories, dwindling villages, quiet reminders of change. These are the footnotes to grand narratives, dreams deferred, promises unfulfilled. Belarus invites visitors to listen carefully, to observe what's unsaid, and to find deeper truths in the silences. Here, history is a tapestry woven with pride, pain, and quiet reflection. The unspoken is as much a part of Belarus's story as its monuments and celebrations. What lingers most after traveling Belarus is the spirit of its people, a blend of strength and gentleness. Despite wars and upheavals, Belarusians maintain dignity, resilience, and kindness. You see it in everyday acts: a babushka's smile at the market, a student's helpfulness, a warm welcome to strangers. This generosity is the country's greatest treasure, a testament to human connection. People adapt with determination, tending dachas, celebrating traditions, and focusing on family and community. There's a quiet heroism in making the best of circumstances. The Belarusian spirit is one of quiet pride and profound humanity, rewarding those who take the time to connect. In sharing meals and stories, you're reminded of the universal bonds that unite us all. As my journey ends, I'm left with deep affection and respect for Belarus. It's a country that captivates with its soul, challenging preconceptions and rewarding curiosity. The memories I carry are of people, food, and the quiet resonance of history. I invite you to discover Belarus for yourself, not as a tourist but as a curious traveler. The door is open and a warm welcome awaits. By listening to these quiet voices, we honor the resilience of the human spirit and enrich our own understanding. Thank you for joining me. May your journeys be filled with wonder and discovery.